Okay, here's my little short video on how to change clutches in a 660 Raptor. Yamaha says you gotta take the motor off. You don't. You take your clutch cable loose, your oil line loose, drain your oil, of course. Take this bolt out, which this is already stripped out, but I'll put a new bolt in it. Pull your clutch lever out. Okay, I got the clutch rod out, and you want to remove this bolt, and this bolt out of the water pump. Then you can pull the water pump up out of your way, and you won't lose your water. Next, I'm going to remove all of the perimeter bolts except for the back one there. I'll show you a trick. Okay, I got my top oil line off and bracket. You gotta take this bolt out. You don't gotta move that. You want to take that line completely off the top of the head, but you gotta take it loose. And there's my water pump loose, up out of the way. You have to hold it just a little bit forward whenever you get ready to remove the side cover. You also gotta remove the foot peg and the footwell, which in this case I've got aluminum footwells, and the brake pedal. The carter pin's gotta be took off. Okay, got the foot peg off, brake pedal off, and the wheel well. Now these 4 bolts on the bottom you have to use a wrench to take out. A ratchet wrench is the best thing, but you need a smaller head than this one. And that back bolt, you have to leave in the cover when you take it off. And here's how you get to this back bolt. Go behind the frame like this. If you had a gear wrench, you just keep on ratcheting it. This is the key thing that makes it simple. Hear that? That's the ticket right there. 8mm ratchet wrench. Okay, here's the trick. When you get to that point right there, you got to wiggle it just a little bit. If you got there steps, you gotta step on them with it. And there you go. And see the bolt, it just fell out of there. You gotta put that bolt back in that one right there. The last hole, and it's got to go in there with it while you're putting it back on. Okay, you got the old gasket off. Like I said, I didn't change my clutches. I'm changing the gasket. But you just take these 5 bolts out, change your clutches out, put the new ones back on, tighten these back up. Don't try to break them, just hand tighten them. There's a torque spec, but I'm going to glue my gasket back to the case. Make sure you put your 2 dowel pins in. There's one that goes there and there. And you put your gasket on there and glue it to the case. And then put the cover on. Okay, my gasket's in place, glued to the case. And this is the important thing. Make sure you put this bolt back in here before you put the cover back in place. My Nerf bar was holding me off. And there you go. My Nerf bar was holding me off. You gotta kind of roll it in there. Just wiggle it a little bit. Make sure that your bolt is in there, because you can't put it back in there if you don't put it in there while it's going in. There you go. That's how to change the Raptor clutches in about an hour. Now I'm going to reassemble mine and go for a ride.